Chugga 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 ch. Choo choo. Kek filet TCG. One Piece waitlisting. It's a great day here at Kek Filet's YouTube channel. I am the Kek Filet, and today I have with me a video about waitlisting for events for One Piece card game. When I mean waitlisting, I'm actually more referring to offline or in-person events. There is a process for online, but generally this has been a hot topic lately for offline, especially with how popular things are, and I wanted to go over that. Those of you not in the know, One Piece card game is extremely popular. People want to get into any event that includes online or offline, going in person, because the prizes go up to, $10,000, $15,000 per person, per prizing. It just kind of depends on your placing. Very much worth your money just to go and play for the participation alone. And right now, One Piece is really hot and really fun. In this video, I'm going to go over the problems with the current system. I'm going to go over the facts of what's happened. I want to give you my solution. And I also want to hear your guys' comments and solutions in the comments. So the current system for signing up for events, usually the event will have 500 to 1,000 players. Let's say, for example, you're going to Texas and there's an event for Texas, 1,000 players. People sign up for that. That usually sells out within 2 to 5 minutes at the very, very most. And then they will create a wait list. You can then get on that wait list. If someone drops out, you'll be added to that. But to be honest, it's very, very, very impossible to get into the tournament off the wait list. I would say it's extremely rare. And there's also the in-person wait list. If you're able to show up to a tournament the morning of, you're in the front of the line, 30th in line, whatever that may be, you can then get into the tournament if there is extra room after they do registration for everybody. Then they'll get those wait listers also in. Usually they know how many spots they have because you do have to register your deck the night before, so they know how many spots they have for the event the day of. It is a good idea for them to try to get in as many people as possible to give, number one, more money in and also participation prizing out. There is a lot of things that can be done. I want to go over those, but the main concern is that now it's become a degenerate fest of showing up at like midnight or 2:30 in the morning to hopefully get into one of these events. People travel from all over the country just to have a small chance of getting it off the wait list. This has always been an issue, but it's showed up more glaring recently in California and in Florida, and it will probably be an ongoing issue going forward, and I think it needs to be fixed now. The orgs have addressed this. They are putting in a system, but I don't think it's enough. The system is that at a certain time early in the morning, they will start taking people in for a queue and giving them things like wristbands and then going on their way. Unfortunately, people are showing up even earlier in order to get in line to have a small chance of getting through. And then there's some other complications with that. They've also tried to dissuade people from like cutting the line, but this has been a really hard thing to police, especially if it's before 7:30 in the morning, which when they're saying it is. And it's hard for players to police it because it could end up being violent. And some of these events coming up, it may end up being a more degenerate stay the night before, camp out in your chair, or even just show up at midnight and be there the whole day waiting for the event to start so they can get it off the wait list. This is a really big safety issue, and it's kind of like the early 2000s of Black Friday or new iPhones coming out level of degeneracy. And I heard on top of that, with this, people are going up to buy wristbands. So it's even more like that, like buying a spot in line. And it's just like scalping spots. The facts we need to know about this, essentially that events are capped to X amount of players, usually is for safety reasons due to things like fire code or just participation pricing. They need to find a very big convention center in order to sit down and play that many players, which is a difficulty on its own. So we have to assume they can't really change the cap right now going forward in One Piece. What happened this weekend as well is in Kissimmee, people were showing up at 3:30 in the morning, and even they weren't able to get in. There was a lot of rumors on Facebook and Twitter, and I believe most of them were true. People were line cutting like early in the morning, like 6:30, but some people were getting out, getting back in, being like, "Oh, I don't feel good about this." And I don't want to flame anybody because really it doesn't matter here because some other person said they got there at 3:30 in the morning. They were like 30-ish, and then essentially maybe like 2 or 3 people cut in front of that, which is really shitty. But essentially they weren't even able to get in, getting at 3:30 in the morning. So it's going to be a degenerate get there the night before and sit down if you want a chance of getting in. Now, a solution I've seen, and I will bring this up from a Bushiroad event I went to years ago. There was a tournament, but we weren't signing up for a tournament. We were signing up to buy merch so then we can maybe buy tickets to our favorite idol so we can get a signature. The level of degeneracy was pretty close to this, and essentially, I'm sure Japan has a similar thing. It is a raffle. We need to do a raffle for waitlisters. The system I am recommending, it is doable, is for anyone that shows up before a certain time, whether it be 5:30 a.m., 6:30 a.m., whatever's good for you, the early people. Whoever shows up at that time, the TOs need to organize a raffle, which in being they give everybody who's there before that certain time a number and a letter. Okay, those numbers are number 1 through 20, and then A through whatever. Let's say each letter has 20 numbers. So you have A 1 through 20, B 1 through 20, C 1 through 20, etc., etc., etc. They hand these out randomly, so your friends may get into the different pile, or maybe you get in the same pile. I honestly think making it more random the better. And then from there, you line up 1 through 20 for the number or letter that you got, and you line up there, and then they just pick a letter out of a hat, and that group gets in that line, and then the next one gets the next line. So let's say they pull out C, then they pull out D, and then they pull out A, and they pull out B. Those people are in that line, and then they also have that for their ticket. From there, they can either use a text or maybe even use a tag or give them a piece of paper. Now, we can't actually police scalping at this point, which is really shitty, but I'm just trying to find a solution so people don't have to show up at midnight or the whole night before, just sitting there waiting into a tournament. It's not healthy and it's not safe. If you need to, just have them sign up for the tournament on the wait list right there with their name and their ID, and then they'll take that, maybe give them a text and let them know if they're in or they're out. That way, all those groups, they at least know that they're going to get in or out based off of the wait list. And then people can just go about their morning by either going to get some breakfast or go do anything else besides just wait at the convention for the tournament to start. But hey, no one's going to be happy with really any solution. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And again, I do have my Patreon. It's now live, and essentially I'm just making chicken sandwich pictures so you guys can see those if you want to. You can support my chicken sandwich addiction by coming to my Patreon in the description below. Also, some extra news in Will to Win Gaming's Patreon. EBO1's about to come out, and we have a lot of exciting guides and ways for you guys to break through that meta.
Well, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao.